Okay, today I'm going to teach you how to install shelves in a garage.
Okay, so these are the items we need today.
You need a drill. That's chalk for the chalk line. I have some 3.5-inch screws. We are in a garage, but why take a chance of them getting moist and rust? So these are weatherproof. I got a square. I got a big level. These screws right here are smaller. This is to screw the plywood to the 2x4s. Tape measure and a chalk line.
So these are all the 2x4s. I bought about 30 of them. And they're not pressure treated because we're going to be in a garage. And these are about $6.50 a piece. And here's the plywood. This is not for outdoors. This would fall apart within a year if it was outdoors. So we're in a garage. So again, we're going to use this plywood, and it works really well for indoors, and the price is good. These are about $24 a sheet. And I have 4 sheets, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut those right down the middle, and I'm going to have 2 2-foot sections, 8 feet long for the shelving.
So the first thing you want to do is find the studs in the wall. You can use a outlet or a light switch and take the cover off, find which side the box is mounted to on the stud, measure over 16 inches, and there you go, you found your stud. And then you go 16 from there, and so on and so on. If I had to do it again, I would use 3-inch screws. 3.5-inch screws put a lot of stress on my drill.
Look at me, I'm sweating. This is sweat. You see that? Look at that. It's all sweat. It's good for you. Puts hair on your chest. Okay. So I have the frame up, and then I mounted another frame against it. I just kind of duplicated it, and then I screwed it in lightly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut all my 2x4s to 21 inches to separate those 2 frames. Why 21 inches? Because I want the shelves to be 2 feet wide, 8 feet long. So 2 feet wide is 24 inches. I'm cutting those to 21, but they're going to go in between the 2x4s. Each 2x4 is 1.5, which is a total of 3 inches, which would make exactly 2 feet, if that makes sense. So let me get back to work. It's really hot out. It's got to be like 120, maybe 150. I don't know.
I'm going to toenail these to the studs mounted to the wall, and that's just putting a screw at a 45-degree angle. They're not on there really well, so be careful. Once you mount the frame to the front of it, they will be very strong. Make sure everything is square, level, and plumb.
I have my 4x8 plywood laid across 2 sawhorses, and I need to cut it right down the middle, so I measure over 24 inches. I snap a chalk line, and then I'm just going to follow the chalk line with my saw.
Okay, so these are the shelves. This is 4x8 plywood, and what I did was I cut them in half and turned them into 2x8s, which is perfect for the shelves, which are 2x8, and these are going to go right on there. Cool thing about it, you can do 2 shelves with 1 piece of plywood, and let's see how they fit. if you can see it, you can see the blue edge of the plywood. And what I'm gonna do, that is the factory cut. And I'm gonna keep the factory cut facing out on both sides. And the part I cut on the back side of it is gonna be up against the wall, so you won't see it. So put the factory cut facing out, it looks better. This is my favorite drill. I think it's on its last leg. I can't believe it. Look at it. Poor little guy. Built a lot together. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff we can put on these shelves. So let's see how structurally sound it is. Wow. It's pretty good. Look at that. You can put anything you want up there. I don't know what it's rated for, but I'm 220, so if it can hold me, it can hold anything. Okay, so here we are. We got 5 shelves. They're gonna be 2 feet deep, 4 feet wide. Right now, these are just they're not 100% in. They're a little loose, as you can see. And all I did was I took a screw and I screwed it straight down like that. And as soon as it started to catch, I kind of turned it at a 45-degree angle and screwed it through. So I'm kind of toenailing all these in. There are easier ways to do it. You can buy a jig and you put the jig on it and you can drill holes through it and it gives you, that's really the way to do it if you do a lot of these, I guess. But these are flexible, so when I have to put the front 2x4 on, I can move these around, square them up, level them, and then I'll tighten these down really tight for a nice clean fit. So let's get back to it. Okay, so we have it's completely framed and it is rock solid. Let's check it out. It's rock solid. So these shelves are 2 feet deep and 4 feet wide. So we're gonna cut our plywood now. And we're gonna slide them right in there. And at the top, I left the 2x4 about 10 inches longer. And what you can do with that is you can put some, hang from some extension cords, or you can wrap something around it. So just, why waste wood, right? Like a glove. Okay, we're done. Day and a half of work. So remember, when you're building shelves, make sure everything's level and square. I used 3-inch screws and they worked out really well for me. You can literally climb up and down this thing with your body weight. It is really, really strong, almost overkill. And the homeowner, I think, is gonna be really happy, the more you know.